leg, go ahead and walk, and I'm going to bark at you a little bit, but it's only with the best of intentions. Just call me Barry. Don't call me sir. It's okay. I feel too old when you do that. Okay, so anyway, the smaller the movement, the more they have to step under, and the more sluggish it becomes, right? So you start doing these smaller movements, you really got to ride that inside leg a little more and keep the activity, because what I want, so let's say you're doing, let's say there was a 20 meter, there's a stretchy, but let's say that you're just trotting, 1, 2, 1, 2. When you go across the diagonal and lengthen, what should it be? 1, 2, 1, 2. It doesn't go 1, 2, 1, 2. And you do your 10 meter circle, it doesn't go 1, 2, 1, 2. You try to keep that steady tempo all the time. This is really, it's for all of our challenge, because on the smaller movements, you got to ride more on that leg. But if you think that's tough, wait until you piaffe and passage, and one movement is very cadenced and the next one is not as cadenced, and you still got to keep pretty much the same tempo. Or let's say you're doing a collected canter, and now you got to do an extended canter. One's the shortest you can do, one's the longest you can do, and they have to be more or less the same tempo. So this tempo thing is a big deal, really big. So
flex into the inside. When I get to the left, like when I get to the letter, then I start turning.
That's where you're going to start adding a little extra leg.
Extra legs, a little more bump.
So you're going to try to touch your right heel to your left each time your seat touches the saddle.
Okay.
I think, have I talked to you about that swinging thing? Yeah. So, and also, sorry. I don't want to cheat you out of your time. When we sit our trot, when our inside seat bone is down, the inside hind leg has finished the pushing phase and is about to swing. So that becomes really easy. Sit your trot, use your inside leg every time your seat goes down.
Okay.
And so that way you can maintain your tempo. Okay, let's do that again. Yeah, but, okay, so stay again for a second. Gentle, medium, do it. This is going to, okay, and he may not be happy at first. And like I said, I always feel bad about this in these beginning kind of lessons, because I don't like to thump my horse all the time. They don't particularly like it either. But if you don't get them in front of your leg now, what are you going to do when you have to half pass across the arena in 24 meters, right? Yeah, and they've got to, and what you can't do is, I remember all those years ago when I was first starting to do some, more steep lateral movements, I'm like, get over, and it's like, who's working harder, me or the horse, right? You should be working the same, he should be working harder. Let's do it again, hon. And the other thing is, so don't feel bad about this, as you move up the levels, the details become more, and I become tougher. Okay? Just wait until you're in second or third level.
True story.
And then the hardest part is, like, if you ever want me to come to a show with you and I put on my judge's hat, you're not going to like me, because then I make you stop and fix every little thing. If we did that in a clinic, everybody would hate me. But we have to at some point address every issue. So what I don't want you to do is hear it the first time from the judge.
Appreciate it.
Left leg, I see that. Weight on your left hip. Circle back here. I'm not happy with him. Now, Wilma, loosen your knees and try to touch your left leg to your right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, you're sharing earwax with like 20 other people. Length and stride. What does it look like? The transition into the lengthening. What does it look like? Yeah, but if I'm looking for something a little different here, one moment working trot, the next moment lengthen trot. This is why I am so pedantic about these transitions, okay? Because now you have, for the first time, a transition within the gait. We used to call them the paces, but people got confused, so now we call them the variations. So working trot, lengthening trots are variation within the gait. But the upward transition is prompt. The downward transition gathers back. So the same rules that apply to from gait to gait apply within the gait. So you see why I'm like, get them going, because these are the expectations you're going to meet. In training, or in first one, is one of the few times where they'll say develop the lengthening, and they give you that 15-meter canter circled at the end. So I think it's a H to V and V circled 15 meters developing working. That they let you come back and take your time about it because you're too new. But believe me, when you get to second level, they'll say like HXF, extended or extended trot, and then there'll be a score behind that that says transitions at H and K. So you don't read that, but once you start getting into that, you will start getting transition scores, and so this becomes doubly important. It's important in as much as if it takes them half of the diagonal to get a lengthening, you're not going to get much of a score. But then when you get hammered on the transition in the next level, it's going to really be tough. Okay, you ready? So I need, in your day-to-day, prompter, more willing stuff out of him. And if he gets a little rattled, it's okay at first. We take advantage of that, right? Don't be afraid of him saying, oh, I'm a little excited. And what I also do is then, before you know it, they become really obedient. You put your leg on, and maybe he wants to go, and I say, with my reins, no, wait, and then the piaffe shows up because he's got a forward desire. Or maybe I let him lengthen. When I put my leg on, he shouldn't know if I'm going forward or downward transition, right? He should just get those legs under and keep going. Okay, rounder horse and circle 20-meter trot, and then we're going to HXF lengthen stride. Right here. Yeah, because we're going to do it at C so that then you can do an MXKJ train. Then be tougher about it right now. Wait in that right stirrup. Tap him with the whip. There we go. I don't mean this in a mean way, okay? But in the beginning, we so often get so little from our horses that it follows us through the levels. Now post. You have to post this. Rising trot. Come on back, Wilma. I'm going to bark at you a little bit. Make a turn and come back to me, hon. I don't care if you sit this stuff, but you're not going to get your best trot lengthening sitting, right? So sit your trot. Bring your ankles back and rev them a tiny bit. Rev, 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 rev. Look across and rise your trot. Big post. Keep those reins. Big post. There, girl. Go, go, go. 1 meter to the right of K. Go. Give him a kick. Fading. Sit a bounce. Touch the rail. F, X, H. And go. Big go. Yeah, that a girl. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. Now keep that trot for your first level working trot. Oh, Wilma. That's the difference between a 6 and a 7. That's really nice. Now stay on the rail and come back to me in that trot. Sit a bounce. Keep them round. This is really good. Now do your little ice cream cone movement. This is really good, honey. We just broke a wall here, didn't we? We just broke a barrier. Where about your bend, where you're looking, inside leg, there it go. 1 meter before H. I am so proud of you. Create the bend now. Keep that tempo. And then when you get to C, you can walk, and I'll let you take a breather, and we're going to talk. Go ahead and shorter, rounder. Oh, good for you. That's way more 7 country now. Because remember, okay, I use this metaphor, and if you've heard it before, forgive me, but it'll make sense anyway. You're at a gymnastics meet, and the girl goes across the mat, does a double flip-flop with a twist. Perfect form, sticks the landing. Okay, your form wasn't bad when you did your little ice cream cone thing, right? But the judge gave the girl 6.5. Why 6.5? Well, the next girl goes running across the mat, does the same flip-flop with a twist, perfect form, sticks the landing 2 feet higher. Oh, it's a sport. So your first one, man, nothing so wrong about it. But it wasn't like the second ones, was it? Because now you're riding your horse like an athlete. You're pressing him. We don't want him crazy fast and running. You want him nicely forward like that. And then what happens is the base score moves up. Now that's the good news. Here's the bad news. Got to do it in the canter.
You freaked me out last time doing a half pass in a canter. Like, what? Remember you said that?
Yep.
Half pass in a canter.
You're doing so good. You really are. There you go. But yeah, do you have that nicely forward trot? So just trot around. Now you're getting it. A little more. Steady out. There's your trot. See, why not a 7 for that, right?
Yeah, that's lovely.
That was beautiful.
And sit and canter. Keep that outside rein. Good enough. Circle. And now I want you to go down the quarter line, leg heel to the rail in the canter. You can do it. You can do it. Turn down.
Come on, you got it.
You need this. Now push. Keep that left heel down. Push out. Push out. That a girl. Push out. Weight in your left stirrup. Keep going. Now stay on the rail. This time stay on the rail. Use your inside leg and pretend you're leg yielding and give on the inside and go. And now sit back and gather back. Excellent. Circle and trot. Super. Let's talk about that. How was that canter lengthening? Isn't it cool? You guys, this is the thing. Some people go, oh, dressage is boring. That's because they've never been on a round horse doing their thing, right? It's like, wow. So you ride your lengthening, and I always say this, it wasn't like when they wrote the test, oh, what cool tricks could we put in first level? Yeah, they're looking for movements that are getting you ready for the next level, right? But leg yielding and lengthening are intertwined, because once you get that horse off of your inside leg and reaching, it's easy to make him go longer, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so you see the stuff that I've started at from the very beginning, inside leg to outside rein, and then give a little on that inside rein and let them reach for it, and then it's there, isn't it?
Yes.
Once they're in front of your leg.
Yeah.
Let's go the other way. You're doing great.
Yeah.
I admit to screaming once in a while, but usually it's when everything's sideways. This is going to really hurt.
Ooh, Casey, I love the outfit.
I
The
know.
puppy outfit, that is.
Puppy outfit.
Exactly.
Love this. Steady outside rein. Cantering in the corner. And go. Good girl. Down the quarter line. Okay, leg reeled out, push out. There, girl, push out. You'll feel more jump. Now down the rail. Nope, down the rail. Leg yield and give the inside and go. So you just use your leg like a leg yield, right? So you see, no, I didn't want a half pass, so go ahead and home.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, go ahead and home. So, first I have you leg yield from the quarter line to the rail, right?
Yes.
Now, the next time you're on the rail, use your leg like the leg yield, pressing them to the rail, and you get on that inside rein, and it gives you a longer stride. Two things going on here that are important. One is, without getting them stepping under, it's not going to give you much of a lengthening, right? The second part is, his shoulders are much skinnier than his haunches, so a lot of the beginning horses bring their haunches in, and they won't give you much of a lengthening, but when you push them over and then you get the lengthening. Do it again. Yeah. It's there. He's ready to give it to you. Yeah, get that trot back. Wait, and canter now. And now, just canter on the rail this time, and then leg yield to the rail on the other side. So now down the quarter line, leg yield out, push out, come on, push them over. That a girl. Nope, that's fine. Now, down the rail, use your inside leg like a leg yield, but give on the inside and go. That a girl. And now just let him come back. Excellent. Circle and trot. I love that trot. Sit a bounce. Walk for a second. Let's talk about this.
So then we might say, okay, let's take out 7 for the canter, trot, canter, and see where it places. Because remember, it has to be more or less centered on it. But what I do when I ride that is, okay, I'm coming around the corner, and I know maybe it's 7 strides until I trot, but it may be 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on the horse. I keep a little bit of position, shorter, trot, straighten, new position, another step or 2, canter. So I position, downward transition, straighten, change, canter. Yeah.
And this is very important again. You know how we've been talking about the moment of straightness today? This moment of straightness will become even more important when you have to do something like a single change across the diagonal. Okay, so instead of a simple change through the trot, or simple changes actually through the walk, but yeah, this getting it straight and then getting it positioned will be all important. So just canter the right and just come across the diagonal and don't crash into the rail because I want you to canter all the way around or all the way through. And let's just see more or less how many strides it takes. Yeah, that's fine. Any diagonal that you want that we can just get the count on it alone. Because I wish I could say it's 10 strides or 12 strides, but every horse is different. by theory, the theoretical stride would be 12 feet, wouldn't it? When you jump, they do everything in metrics of 12 feet.
Yes, good. No worries. It's a good thing.
I'm very happy.
Yep, and now go across. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Don't you hate when I'm always right? It was honestly just a lucky guess, okay? It's always around there, depending on the horse.
Hey, how are you?
So now walk for a second. So now we know our canter stride is going to be a little longer than our trot
I
stride.
can give it to Casey.
So let's try 7 strides to the trot and see where it comes up.
I'll give it to her when she gets on.
But you see how we're figuring out, instead of just guessing where it is, we're using some metrics to kind of place this. Go ahead and canter.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Ride your corner.
5 minutes.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trotting. That's 8, 9. Position canter. Okay, still not bad. The only thing I didn't like is he ran a little bit through those trot steps, didn't he? I would circle back. You didn't set that one up well enough. That's okay. Well, you got it positioned. Way too many trot strides. Yep. So canter now.
So that the police will be over, but I'll make sure everyone's on.
So 7 seems pretty good, but don't let him run afterwards. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and trot. Position. Slow. He's running a little too much. So come on back. No, it's okay. Don't be sorry. If you did it right, you'd be sitting here giving the lesson and I'd be on the horse, right? You don't know it yet. But now, I am going to bark a little, but you're very sensitive, so don't take it too serious. What does the downward canter trot transition look like that I've been barking at you ladies about since last time? What should they do? Shorter, rounder, till the miles per hour of the canter are the miles per hour of the trot. Are you doing that in the downward? So you hit the ground running. So you see, it was not just me being pedantic and giving you some abstract rule. If you don't get him back to those miles per hour, then you hit the ground running, his head is up, and you're kind of in 5 or 6 country.
I got it.
Let's do it again. Yeah, no, but you're getting the ground rules for it. And you're doing great. And you got to get it soon because we only have like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Kick him for that. Harder. Pony kick. Whip. Again. How dare he? This is one of those things, you guys. We're in first level. They can't do that anymore. I could get it in training and intro that they're a little, how dare you put your leg on me? But you're going to let them do that in a first level test? It's immediately a 4 or lower.
Oh, because they're not. Because they're.
That's a disobedience.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, girl, it's shorter, in position, and go. Yeah, did you have the position? He's looking the wrong way, isn't he? It's okay. Yeah, so what I want though, okay, so circle while we're talking. At 5 strides, I want you to be thinking about balancing back for the transition. So you're starting to think about it a little too late. So come across. 1, 2, 3, and shorter. Position and canter. That
Good job.
Come across again. So at 5, you're thinking about transitioning to think about transitioning shorter position. Good girl. Yeah, so now walk for a second, because here's the good news. That you did it so good that you got it too early now. So now you're bringing him back, and it's a little bit off center, right? Yeah. So, but now you know. But this is always that personal thing that you have to figure out how many strides it takes. You might be able to now at 6 or 7 start bringing him back because now he's getting it. But you're riding it way better. Very nice, hon. Absolutely. So you got greedy, asked for it, but you didn't keep your outside rein. Yeah. Yeah, you did a half go instead of a half halt. Let's change rein. Half halt. And right leg. On, off, on, off, on, off. Steady drive. On, off, on, off. There we go. Shoulder in. Twist the haunches. Lift the right rein a little. Lift it. Now, there. Excellent. Right leg. Lift the right rein. Push the haunches out. This is your really bad rail.
Yep.
Go ahead and change rein across the diagonal. Hold it outside rein, weight in your left stirrup, yes, now. Good girl. Lift your left rein, just nose over the point of the shoulder now. Just nose over the point of the shoulder, twist the haunches up. And there it is. Almost too much angle. Good. Lift the inside, nose over the point of the shoulder, and twist the haunches up. As you fall into the... Just try this. While you're trotting, and it's a little boring, bring your heels 2 inches forward, and what happens to your trot? It got a little bit forward, didn't it? Bring your ankles a little back. Feel a little bit more suspended.
Yep.
And heels forward. Yep. Now this time, ankles back, and pretend you're going to walk. Shorter, rounder, shorter, rounder. Touch, touch. Yeah, go. Good, Wilma. Yeah, he walked a step. What? He's starting to come back to you, isn't he? Yeah, you're getting, you know what, I have to give you kind of these guidelines because I'm gone after today. And as long as you understand the difference on it, then you can work on it. And hopefully, I'd like to come one more time before I leave for Illinois. I did talk to Casey about maybe flying down here in the summertime a couple times if you guys want it. You know, the thing that's fun is I get attached to all you people because you're sort of like my little creations in work, you know? And so I always like to see the horses do better. Now you want to see something kind of cool?
Yes.
Okay, go forward. Bring your ankles back, go shorter, and canter now. Canter. He's nice in front of you, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's like effortless, isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah. Bring your heels forward a little when you canter and watch what happens. Thank you. That's okay, I don't mind that. You threw the reins away and sort of dropped them, right? No, you can bring both heels a little tiny bit forward. Your outside should stay in relationship to your inside, your outside leg's a little further back, right? And so you're going to bring both heels forward, but your inside will be at least 2, 3, 4 inches further forward than your outside. Now this is not enough trot to give that lovely transition that you, there you go. And now when you're ready, canter. And now inside, both your heels 2 inches forward. And there you go. That's your working canter.
That's lovely.
On the far rail, keep cantering, but bring your, I'll get it back. Don't look down. Don't let him run through that outside rein. I hated that. Go ahead and walk. I'm going to modifier. What was the modifier? Too much angle on the nose. 6. Modifiers are not big changes, right? But now, if you had given me a teeny bit more trot, you could have easily had 6.5. Okay. And then if you, I hope so too.
It's just me, Kai.
Are you pointing your torso a little bit towards the middle of the arena?
Yes.
So, but make him look nose over the point of his shoulder. Weight in your left stirrup. You're a little crooked this way. Keep that left hip down. This is better, but much more of a 6 than the last one, isn't it?
Yep.
Can you maybe see the difference? See how it really starts to be pretty easy to establish the square? Bend, bend. Yep. So in like a second level more, there's a shoulder in on that test. She went where she was supposed to. There was a teeny bit of bend. A 5 might still be possible. So that would be the highest.
That one's smoother.
So now, over, rotate, your inside leg up. There. And on, off. Kick them over. Thump them over. And I want you to scoot your butt another inch to the left. Yep, so you're a little bit crooked, and that's what's helping them come off the rail. I'm liking the tempo better.
And I go, yeah, my leg. Yeah, you're right.
Turn your toe towards the middle of the arena and leave it on, and now keep that leg on. There, leg on. Kick them. There, keep going. Finally, started to show up at the end, didn't it?
I had to look straight. I didn't look.
Okay, no, you just look through his ears towards the middle of the arena with your torso. Turn your toe and push on it. So if I were going to describe a shoulder in, I would call it a leg heel with a shoulder swing. That your leg heel, then the shoulder swing. Left leg. Better there. At the end that was better. But
Yeah.
now use your corner and get that established. Yep. And left leg. What about the nose? Over the point of the shoulder.
Yep.
Well, you know what I like? You're starting to get a mental checklist there.
Yeah.
Push over. Yeah, but you're starting to get your elbows under control too, aren't you?
Yeah.
And believe me, they're not happy about it at first.
Is that better? I don't know.
Start to fall on this side of the arena. This is not good. Now put your left leg on. There, keep going. Left leg on. Off, on, off. Go, on, off. Outside range. There it is. Right there. Change range. And you have 2 minutes. Got it, girl.
Let's make this 2 minutes worth of cut.
it's easier sometimes with the canter because you have more momentum. The half pass is easier than the position. Oh, wrong, yeah. Your biggest issue, Mama. Not
Yes.
enough. Not enough. A little boring. That's okay. So you mean if he was out in the pasture and his buddies went bucking and farting away, he wouldn't buck and fart away right now? Okay, so are you making excuses for your horse?
Yes,
Yes. I'm going to be a little like Jan. If I was too much like Jan, nobody would ever ride with me again because there's no answer that he doesn't have a better answer for, right? The only concession I make about the warm-up is that they need that 10 minutes to warm up their synovial fluid in the joints. So that's why when I get on my horse, like if I'm riding at 12:15, I get on at 12, so I can make sure that I've just walked my horse enough that when we go to work, things are warmed up. But I'm not happy with the trot today, Wilma, because you gotta get more trot. So post if you can. And now go to the inside aids. There, girl. So bend them left. Give a tiny bit on the outside, and just keep them positioned. And now think of leg yielding them over while bending them in. And go. There, girl. A little more position left. So you can see his left thigh. That's better. Can give me 10% more trot. There, girl. Position left. Left leg, left bend, then the outside rein. Excellent. Go ahead and change rein. KXM. Touch it K. And 1 meter to the left of them. Go. Show me the money. There we go. Good. Position right. Leg yield them to the ground. You know how we were talking about leg yield yesterday? It's so easy that you don't even know you're doing it. Just turn now and keep going straight. And just kick him a little harder on the inside leg and he'll go to the rim. And there's your leg yield. So all it is a little extra inside leg. Sometimes a little extra inside leg and a little outside rein. So turn now. Just kick them over a little bit. Inside, but leave that left leg alone. And just the right leg. Otherwise, when you kick them with your left leg, Wilma, you're saying go right, and then you're kicking them with your right leg and telling them to go left. He's like, what the heck is she talking about? Turn now. And just push out. There you go. And there's your leg yield. Yeah, and you see how easy it is? Yeah. I mean, the problem I also feel sometimes is that it seems so mysterious, but we just don't have a simple explanation. Look, Wilma gets on and the sun is coming out.
Mm-hmm. She always brings the sun.
Yeah, I'm going to change your name to Sunshine. Oh, that's cute. So now sit your trot, bring your ankles way back and gently squeeze, and bring his ears towards you on both reins. Shorter, keep those hands low. Shorter, hands low. Shorter, all the way to walk. There we go, trot again, right away, nice and round. Now, the thing I see that's an issue, and each day I get a little firmer about this, you need to, when I'm gone, work on him being a little more reliably on the bit in these transitions, right? Because he cheats you a little, he climbs out of the connection a little when you start to bring him back, doesn't he? And you can't have that, because your transitions are your opportunity to score better than your horse's inherent gaits. And go. Yeah. And trot right away. Oh, that's right. Mine keeps falling out too.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I was hoping to see.
Yeah, I'm going to
Get
super
here
glue mine in
to
today.
Casey.
It's going to be weird driving. Go, go, go. A little boring. There, and now sit, ankles back, and gently shorter. Both reins, particularly the outside. You can play the inside. They had a girl, but that's what I want. Is I want shorter, shorter. But now this time, woman, keep him trotting, and make him take 1 or 2 steps on the spot. Okay, so you're going to balance him back, but he doesn't get to stop moving his feet. And when you do that, what does it become? It usually becomes half steps. So this is another one of those mysterious terms, half steps, right? We're like, what the heck's a half step, right? It's half forward, half off. That's the beginning of piaffe. That's all it is. But doesn't it seem so mysterious until you hear it's a simple definition, and it's really no big deal. But it is a precursor to piaffe, which is sort of like, is piaffe a trot? No. Yeah, girl, go ahead and trot. Pony kick. Yeah, come on. You're too nice. And you know, yesterday I said be a little meaner. I really didn't mean meaner, but be a little firmer about this stuff, because this is the point where if you can get the horse in front of your leg, the rest of your career with him will be easier. And so now, legs back and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. No, that just lost everything, didn't it? Do transition that he's ready to go right back out again. I talked about this to you ladies yesterday about I'm watching this lady doing the Grand Prix, and at H you turn right in passage, at G you have to do 12 to 15 steps in 1 meter, and she's sitting there moving her legs and moving her shoulders, and she's smiling and so happy, and the horse is standing flat-footed on the ground. It's really embarrassing, okay? And so what should happen is when he does that piaffe, he should be like, oh, we're getting out of here in a second, right? And getting ready to go. So now bring her ankles back and touch him back there. There, girl. She need a whip.
Yeah, I gave her I was the
You get a 7 trot and you have a little wobble in it, you can still end up with a 6.5. So now tap him with the whip behind your leg. But really tap him. Oh, yep, and tap him again for that. You're having the ride I had last week, except I had to do this in the canter, and I had a whip that was about 6 inches longer than the regulation whip, because I needed an extended canter out of him, and he would buck and gallop. There. Yeah, now soften the inside, let him go. Thank you, Wilma. There's your trot.
There you go, the boy.
Yeah, good girl. Yep, keep that tempo. Super. Now we're in about 6.5. I need a little more trot, and then I want a tiny bit steadier connection for 7. There you go. Don't let your hands move. Don't let his head move when he's in the right place. Sit your trot and just let him come back to you. Let him come back. And now a little rein, let him come back. Shorter. And get out. Good. Now you're showing me some difference, aren't you? Tap him with the whip. I need to see. Okay, so you're in the trot. Go ahead and walk. I'm going to bark at you a little, but won't be too bad. Okay. You're in the trot, and he starts to collect a teeny bit. What does the transition from the collected trot to the working or the medium, what does that transition look like? No, so I'm talking about the way out. Like a light switch, because the rules of your transition, like when you walk and trot, one moment he's walking, the next moment he's trotting, right? when you start to collect, and then you go back to the working or medium or, it's the same thing. Boom, he goes. Now, the downward transition. So what I'm saying is the rules for transition from gait to gait apply from to the variations. We used to call them the paces. The paces, collected, medium, extended. Now we just call them the variations within the gait. But when he transitions upwards in a variation that's in the same gait, or it's got to be boom, go, just like if it were gait to gait. And the same rule. So now let's say you're doing a collected trot and I want it to be a very collected trot, then you're riding him forward, and then you bring your reins back a little and gently ask him to come back. Now, remember how yesterday I was talking about the 3 things that lighten the forehand? One is the engagement of the hind leg. The second one is the abdominals. So that's why you bring your ankles back, and you don't necessarily spur him, but you give him that squeeze. And this becomes difficult in as much, sometimes I just use both leg, or some horses I use alternating legs. Okay, I can't tell you which unless I rode them, but I will tell you, try both legs at the same time for now. It's easier to learn that way. And so your legs say touch, touch, but weight back there so that you access the abdominals. And then he's going to be like, woo, 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 let's get out of here. And you're going to say, no, wait for me in the reins, right? What does transition look like? Prompt and get out of there. Yeah, okay. Out of all the stuff I'm barking at you about, it's a little boring. Go for it today. I don't care if it falls apart. Remember yesterday I said 8 is a calculation usually? That we calculate the risk versus the reward, because a lot of the time it falls apart when we go for an 8. And I do say usually what happens after an 8 if you go for it is a 4, because most horses don't have the 9, right? There, that's your collected trot. Yeah, better girl. And now, ankles back, gently finesse the reins, back, back, back. Shorter. And go. Now think extended trot. Come on, bring your heels forward for that. Heels back, collect, heels forward, go. And your horse will start to get it after about the 4th or 5th time. So ankles back, sit, touch, touch, yeah, touch, touch, shorter, touch, touch, heels forward, go. See? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Sit, ankles back, ankles forward. Sit about, and there you go. I like that trot.
Mm-hmm.
And sit, short, come on, shorter. Think walk, think walk, think walk, nope, more. This is the harder one, okay? The downward transition takes more strength and balance. There, go. Oh, I like that last moment. Sit a bounce. You know the school horse thing, right, Wilma? Shorter step, there. Now, touch, touch, come on, finesse those reins. He's running through you. Yep. Make him halt. Okay. If we were in a regulation arena and they said FXH, medium trot, when you come back from your medium trot, they allow you 5 meters. Okay? So when you are on the rail, like if I say at B, collect, you're only going to go no more than halfway to M. So I'll allow you a little extra space, 2 of those posts, right? Okay, so now, yesterday there was this reining guy in here and I was watching him and he was bashing the horse in the mouth and stuff. So we cannot do that, okay? The horses will hate us. They get sore, you bruise their mouth. And so where we can escalate the rein age or leg age, you know, gentle, medium, get the hell off my leg. On the reins you can hold a little firmer, and then you can hold firmer. But beyond that, if he doesn't listen, make him hold or make him walk. That's the other escalation to it, right? Because we can't do that to them, okay? And it's wrong on a bunch of levels. And so you see, the thing is once again, I try to be fair to them. Although in the very beginning, like I said, I always feel bad because I do these clinics. I'm like, kick them, go, kick them, kick them, kick them. But that's only to get past the point where we don't have to kick them, you know, and that they listen to us. And I always just feel kind of guilty about that. And but the rein aids, we can get, you know, gentle, medium, hold him fairly strong, and then if he doesn't listen, make him home. And then you start again. And then what I would do is when he almost hose, keep going. Yeah, but I have to, you know, they changed the glossary on that, and if I start using that in tests, I'm going to get called up on it. Is this enough trot? There's your trot, a little more. Good. On this rail, keep going. Bend his head to the right and move your outside rein and shoulder in. Keep that tempo. That's okay. Next one I want shoulder in. So you're going to over rotate this corner. Keep going. There we go. Keep that. Now overturn and shoulder in. There we go. Go, 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 go. Steady. Go, 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 go. There we go. Too much bend. Nose belongs over the point of the shoulder. Yep. But that was pretty good, wasn't
job,
it?
Wilma.
So walk for a second. Sport, that you could be kind of really close to doing it pretty good. And all of a sudden you're ending up at a 60%.
Yeah.
And here's the really bad news. At second level, we start paying attention to way more of the details when we're judging. Tempo, overturn, and go. Each time your right seat touches, go on, off, keep them steady. I like that, but now steady it out. Now you're creeping up on a 7.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yep. And angle. Leg yield saves it when it falls apart like that. Whatever you do, Wilma, you stay on the rail and your shoulder.